we're talking about reggae today, so I have to get into the character, I have to get into that mode, okay? So I saw this post on the Shade Room, right? And I was like, wait, huh? I had to do a double take, like, wait, what? Is this appropriation right here? But you already know that's a very emotional response. Your most initial response to something is always gonna be the most emotional. So that's my most emotional response. So I was like, you know what, Mari, come on, let's step back, go back to the drawing board, and let's actually give them a chance, okay? And that's what I did. And
top off the field, smoke his ass, nigga, top low. Nigga, top off the field, smoke his ass, nigga, top low. Now let's be facts.
Hey, hello, everyone. How y'all doing out there, man? I hope y'all doing good. Just staying safe, just staying alive, man. I feel good, man. It's a decent day outside. I had my first good workout in like 2-3 weeks, bro. I don't know what the hell is going on. It might be, that thing going around, but shit. I had my first good workout in a little while, and I feel good, man. So let's get into this topic. So whenever something like this happens, man, you already know the consensus, the whole narrative is gonna be, oh, the Grammys is racist, oh, the Grammys is this and that, oh, let's boycott the Grammys, oh. I don't know why I'm doing that, but yeah, you already know when something like this happens, that's gonna be the main narrative coming out of it. But and I did jump on that bandwagon a little bit too, but I'm like, man, you know what, man, let's give them a chance, And I've done this before, because when Billie Eilish won, like, whatever, how much Grammy, I think it was 3 or something, I was like, okay, let me go listen to her album and see why she won these Grammys. And when Lizzo won one of those Grammys before, I was like, okay, let me listen to her album. At both times, I was not disappointed. So I'm like, okay, maybe the Grammys may be a little illegitimate, but shit, they got some type of legitimacy here, man. Cause Lizzo's album, the first album, was actually really good, and that album that Billie Eilish won those Grammys on was really good too. So I'm like, wait, it can't be all bad, man. It can't be all bad, cause you already know how, like, the majority are, like, mostly rappers are boycotting the Grammys and shit like that. So it could taint your mind a little bit. It could taint your perception on the Grammys, but no matter how much the rappers try to boycott the Grammys, or delegitimize the whole Grammys process, man, the Grammys is the Grammys, bro. I think that will always be like the highest award for music. So no matter how much the rappers want to boycott and say the Grammys is trash now, or whatever the case is, Kanye was peeing on his Grammy and all that shit to make the Grammys seem like it's nothing. There's always gonna be people that's like, man, fuck them. Let me get my Grammy, please. Let me get my Grammy, please. And in this regard, man, I'm not even gonna lie. Give it a chance, bro. Give it a chance, okay? So the group Soja, I hope I pronounced that right, they beat artists like, Sean Paul and Spice, Spice the queen of dance hall, shit like that. So I'm like, wait, huh? It don't look right. The image that they have, that group, it don't look right, bro. It look a little distorted. It look a little weird, bro. I will not front. But like I said, after my most initial response, I'm like, man, you know what? Let's give them a chance. Let's actually listen to their album. I'm not even exaggerating when I say that album was really fucking good. That album, honestly, like, if y'all listen to reggae music, like, or at least the old school reggae music, son, that album would fit perfectly right in there. I won't even lie. Like, every song on that shit had a message. Hold on, let me check. Every song on that shit had a message. Every song on that shit was like a real vibe. Like, that's the thing you'll get out of this, bro. It's 13 songs. The album is 13 songs at almost an hour. Each song has a damn message, bro. I'm like, yo, I love this type of music, because you already know when it comes to dancehall or reggae, I should say, reggae and dancehall, kind of the same thing. When it comes to that music, you know what you expecting to hear. If you know about reggae, you know what you're expecting to hear. If you don't know about that genre of music, you already know it's sexual innuendos. You know, they speak in patois. For my people who, you know, for my Americans who watching my channel, I'm a little Caribbean myself. Okay, so let me break this down for you. It's like an accent, kind of an English accent. You know, so if you listening to it and you don't really know, you like the words will just fly right over your head and shit. So all those sexual shit, you'll be singing that shit and screaming that shit, not even knowing what they're talking about. So that's what reggae has become for the most part. So when it comes to something like this is more traditional reggae music, and it's like, yo, I see why they won the Grammy. I won't even lie to you, I definitely see why they won the Grammy. Now don't get me wrong, now I could look at this from the other side, like from the outside looking in, it's like, wait, they beat Spice, they beat Sean Paul, two reggae legends. That's what they beat. It's looking a little, you know, the R word, you know what I'm saying? It's looking a little like that, but shit, a lot of those people who's thinking that way probably didn't even give them a chance. So I'm like, you know what? Let me give them a chance. And I won't lie, like, I don't regret it. I don't regret listening to that album. And honestly speaking, man, if y'all feel a way about it, just listen to it, man. Just listen to the album. I won't lie. Give them a chance, bro. And it's not like, okay, hear me out. I'm not trying to be no sellout or nothing like that. That's not what's going on here. But for y'all that's jumping on the whole, how could they win? They're white and all that shit. Just give it a chance. And if you know about like more traditional reggae, you would understand exactly why they won that Grammy. Okay. So their album is called Beauty in the Silence, and I'm like, okay. I think, like I said, give it a chance, and it's like that real old school ass reggae music, bro. This that smokers music. I don't know nothing about that. I'm on, like, I don't smoke, but this is that music we can just listen to and vibe, you know? It's really that music, and shake your dreads if you have it, you know? It's really that type of music, and I'm like, yo, I love it, man. It's that shit you can listen to around your parents, you know? There's no cursing and shit. There's no sexual innuendos, like I said. It's that real old school reggae music, man. And I love that. And you know another thing about it? They're probably thinking, or maybe Spice was probably thinking this was a lock. This was like a lock. I got this Grammy. No, ain't nobody competing with me, or Sean Paul too. They're probably thinking, oh, this is a lock for me. You got another group just snuck in there and won that shit. That's a life lesson right there, okay? You may be a master at your craft, bro, and so legendary in your field, but don't let that shit get it twisted now, because somebody could always just sneak up and win that award you've been fighting so long for. Okay, that's what they did. Don't get me wrong, the album was really good, so I could understand why they won that Grammy. But at the same time, you know, sometimes you just gotta go back to the drawing board and go back and be like, how did they win? How come they won? What do I gotta do to change? What do I gotta do to improve? You know what I'm saying? So in that album, I like pretty much every song. I won't lie, but the three I like the most is It's Funny, Something to Believe In, and Things You Can't Control. Things You Can't Control, that's some real shit right there, bro. I'm like, yo, he was talking to me on that song, bro. I'm like, yo, he was talking to me, man. I'm like, man, I love music with a message, man. That's why J. Cole's my favorite rapper. So, yeah, made it to the end of the video. I really appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe. Listen. Listen. Give that album a chance, bro. Just listen to it. Or if you don't have the time to listen to the whole album, listen to like the first 3 songs. And like I said, if you know about old school reggae, you'll understand exactly why they won that shit. They touched the deep roots of that old school reggae, bro. I'm like, yo, I love this shit, bro. I love it, man. So yeah, if you made it to the end of the video, I really appreciate it. Taking this shit to the top, man. Thank you. More videos coming soon. Ah!